Hi everyone, it's Kristine Hartman with At Properties, Christie's International Real Estate, and I am your Fox Valley real estate expert. Today you're finding me in St. Charles. I am at Maple Leaf Coffee House, where we're going to be talking to Alex Behrens about this beautiful cafe as well as his roastery in Roselle. Let's go talk to Alex. Alex, thanks so much for having us here at Maple Leaf Coffee House. I'm excited to be here. Please tell everyone about your coffee house.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have this coffee house right on the river in St. Charles. It's been under our ownership since February of 2024. This is a related business to our coffee roaster in Roselle, where we actually make the coffee that's used here in St. Charles.
That's great. Well, it's a beautiful location right on the river. I come here all the time with a lot of my clients and friends. Yeah. It's great. The coffee is phenomenal.
Thank you.
What got you into coffee roasting?
So I was doing this in the kitchen for a ton of years with little machines that are easy to do small amounts of coffee on, and the machines and things kind of kept getting bigger and bigger. And my wife and I always talked about kind of starting something on our own, and just kind of one day came to it that we tried to give this a shot in our hometown, Roselle. And fast forward a ton of years, then we kind of turned out that we wanted to extend the brand and the company into running a cafe as well. An opportunity came up here in St. Charles for this location that we were able to take advantage of, and here we are with the cafe.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. This is, like I said, a phenomenal location. A lot of people know about this restaurant, this cafe, and not only just for your delicious coffee, but also your food. Tell us about your menu.
Yeah, so we've got a really great menu, very breakfast focused, but we do have a few small lunch items and a seasonal menu that we introduce a few new things every couple of months. We also started doing soup in the winter too. So we take a lot of pride in the food that we make here. We make a lot of the food in-house, including the baked goods. So the baked goods case has almost entirely things that are made right here in our kitchen as well. And even up to the syrups that we use in the drinks, those are made in-house. So we have a very much a homegrown sort of menu with a lot of the food that we make here, up to including not only the coffee, but the syrups and the baked good as well. And there is some variety to be had every couple of months. We do change things up a little bit so that you kind of have something new to come into try.
Okay, good. Well, what are give us some ideas of some fan favorites, or maybe some of your favorites, in case we've got someone watching here for the first time and they're like, what do I get when I go for my first time?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's kind of an easy choice for a lot of folks. Either they're coming here to meet a friend, in which case some of our plates are big enough that we have whole and half sizes as well. A lot of avocado toast is a pretty popular option, but we do have, our breakfast burrito, bacon, egg, and yum, and some of the other breakfast sandwiches that are really easy to just make a whole meal out of. Probably one of our top selling items is the bowl me over, which is a fairly decently sized collection of, your favorite breakfast things, from bacon, eggs, some rice, and some other sides that you can throw in there as well. And we started doing a couple other more innovative kind of fusion bowl types of items as well. So it's kind of you choose if you want to get something small, it's just for yourself, or if you're coming here with a friend, a number of our items are big enough to split into two, like our breakfast burritos and things like that.
That's great. Did you say that that bowl has rice in it?
It does, yes.
I feel like that's the unsung hero of breakfast food.
Yeah,
I have rice and eggs often, and I don't know why it's not on more menus.
Yeah, the bedding is a good way to think about it. Is like there's stuff on top, and then there's the rice on the bottom, and you just kind of mix them together and jam them in your face, and you're a happy camper.
I love it. That's great. You also host events here. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we offer our space after business hours, after 3 p.m. when we close, for folks to use, and we're one of the few places in the area that allows you to bring your own food if you want.
Okay.
So we do offer catering. We have a pretty extensive catering package that you can take advantage of, but if you wanted to just cater and bring your own food, that's an option as well. And we do have a liquor license for BYOB, so you're able to take advantage of that, so you bring all your own drinks and liquor, and you're able to kind of save some money that way too. But the space is entirely yours after hours, and there's 2 different rates for catered versus non-catered, but they're fairly affordable. And of course, in the summer and the warmer months, the patio is available to use for those events as well. We also do have our dedicated meeting room in here that can be reserved for a flat $50 an hour fee, but that fee is waived if your group orders that much in food and drinks while you're using the space. Great Wi-Fi, of course, which is critical to anyone working on a laptop these days. And we also even have a projector for doing screen sharing and things, so any business meetings, it's a great spot to use for that kind of thing.
And that's a phenomenal spot. I've been in many networking groups where we needed a projector and we needed a large space. That would have been perfect.
Yeah,
that's great. Well, yeah, and you mentioned the patio. We're standing here in the very beginning of January, and so it's snowy and there's no patio, furniture out right now.
Of course.
When does your patio typically open?
We kind of try to wait until April or so to open it. It's sort of obviously weather dependent. But last year was our first year with the new patio. It's a kind of composite decking that we used to replace the wood decking that was out there before. So it's going to hold up over the years really a lot better than the old stuff did. But the patio is a great spot to host. We have some cool planter boxes as well that we put flowers and plants in. Some of the stuff that we planted last year and we'll be doing again this year are things like mints that we're using not only to ward off some of the river flies that kind of show up at certain times of the day.
Oh, that's smart.
But also we use them in some of our drinks as the summer comes as well. So we're trying to be sustainable in that respect as well.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Well, Alex, I've had such a great time here. Thank you so much for having us.
My pleasure. Thank you for coming.
Thanks everyone for joining us for another episode of Know Your Neighbors of the Fox Valley. I hope you had a great time getting to know Alex here at Maple Leaf Coffee House, and I hope you stop by for a visit soon.